Okay, so I was just scrolling YouTube as usual when I got this message from Viggo. So, we made a horror game within 24 hours. After starting the timer, we immediately started to plan what we would do. The gameplay would be running in a maze. Then we started creating a Unity project and set up a GitHub. We then started working. But hold on, we don't have any enemies or monsters yet. And so we went back to the whiteboard and started to draw out options. And eventually, we decided to make a rock. That's right, a perfectly round rock. When we had Unity and GitHub set up, we started to model the stone. Then we put it in Unity, and I started to program it, while Hugo started with the player. To make the enemy movement, we used Unity's nav mesh to create a fast and simple AI.
In this video, you'll learn how to create simple pathfinding.
When we finally had everything done and we're going to test the player and the enemy together, everything burned to the ground. The player was flying everywhere, the ball wasn't following the player, and the stamina didn't even work. Hugo and I cried a lot that night. Even though the code was awful and it looked like overcooked spaghetti with moldy avocado, we pushed through and fixed almost everything. The next step was creating the map and starting to finish the whole game. So we made a maze with Pro Builder and put on some texture. We then pixelated them to hide our awful texturing skills. And then I started to work on making the monster work in the maze. After I finished and the monster was working sort of properly, Hugo decided to go to sleep, leaving me all alone. And so I started working on the radios and some voice lines before I too fell asleep. The next day I couldn't work at the game, but Hugo fixed up the maps, added in the radios, a menu and published it to itch.io. The next day we asked our friend, yes we only have one, don't bother, to play our game. We didn't force them at all.
Play our game now.
Oh, okay.
So what were your thoughts about the game?
They thought there was nothing
The
bad about it,
biggest
nothing
thing
could have
I
been
dislike
better and
is
changed
that
to make it
demonstrates
better. They thought it was the best game on the planet.
Nothing I can do about
They
it.
absolutely loved it.
And for that,
Like,
nothing
before I
was
can
bad
see
about
it,
it, and
it starts
nothing
to
could have
rush
been
voice.
changed to make
And
it
if I
better.
am
They thought it was the best
well,
game on the planet.
it's me. If not, I think the game was really fun.
If you want to play the game, there's a link in the description. Also, if you liked the video, please comment, like and subscribe. Goodbye.
So what were your thoughts about the game?
Okay.